maths enthusiasts, I am Guneet and welcome back to my channel Vedic Maths Tricks, the go-to place for all maths things. If you're new around here, hit the like, subscribe and share button and join our mathematical journey. Now grab your pencil and notebook for today's topic, which is averages. In average method of Vedic maths, we multiply two-digit numbers whose sum adds up to the even number. Now in this method, before starting the question, we have to take into consideration few things. So the first thing is that both the numbers should be two-digit numbers, and the second thing is the sum of both numbers should be even. Now let's understand by taking the example. So the question is 78 multiplied by 22. So first of all, we take the average of both the numbers. So we'll add both the numbers and divide it by 2. So 78 plus 22 gives you 100, which is divided by 2, which gives you 50 as average. Now this number 50 will be considered as the base of the sum. Now here the base is 50. So now let's take the deviations. So 78 minus 50, which gives you plus 28 as deviation, and 22 minus 50, which gives you minus 28 as deviation. Now first number plus the second deviations, which will be 78 minus 28 because the deviation is negative, multiply with the base, which gives you 50 is the base, plus multiply the deviations, which will be 28 multiplied by minus 28 over here. So now 78 minus 28 is 50, multiply by 50 and plus 28 multiplied by minus 28. So now here 28 multiplied by 28, we can use secondary base 20 method to solve this question. So let's solve it. So 28 multiplied by 28, both the numbers are in the 20. So the base is 20. Now here the deviations will be 28 minus 20, which will be plus 8, and 28 minus 20, which will be plus 8. Now first number plus the second deviation, which will be 28 plus 8, multiply by the base, which is 20, plus multiply the deviations, which will be 8 multiplied by 8. So 28 plus 8 gives you 36, multiply by 20 plus 8 multiplied by 8 gives you 64. So 36 multiplied by 20 will be 720 plus 64, which gives you 784 as the answer. So here we get 28 multiplied by 28, we get 784, and here plus minus will make it minus, and 50 multiplied by 50 will give you 2500 as the answer. So the final answer will be 1716. Now let's understand it better by taking more examples. So the question is 57 multiplied by 73. So first of all, we'll find the average of both the numbers. So here we'll find out the average. So 57 plus 73 divide by 2. 57 plus 73 gives you 130 divided by 2. So we get 65 as the average, which we'll consider as the base. So here we'll consider the base as 65. Now let's find out the deviation. So 57 minus 65, which gives you minus 8 as deviation, and 73 minus 65, which gives you plus 8 as deviation. Now let's start. So now first number plus the second deviation, which will be 57 plus 8, multiply the base, which is 65, plus multiply the deviations, which will be minus 8 multiplied by plus 8. Now here 57 plus 8 gives you 65, multiply by 65, and here 8 multiplied by 8 gives you 64, and plus minus is minus. Now here 65 multiplied by 65 cannot be done regularly. So here we will use secondary base 60 method. So 65 multiplied by 65, so the base is 60. The secondary base is 60 because both the numbers fall into the 60s line. Now let's take the deviation. 65 minus 60, which gives you plus 5 as deviation, 65 minus 60, which here also we get plus 5 as deviation. Now first number plus the second partition, which is 65 plus 5, multiply the base, which is 60, plus multiply the deviation, which is 5 multiplied by 5. So here we get 70 multiplied by 60 plus 25. So here 4200 plus 25, we get 4225 as answer. So here 65 multiplied by 65, we get 4225 and minus 64. So the final answer is 4161. So now let's come on to the next question, which is 69 multiplied by 21. So the first thing that we'll do is we'll find out the average. So 69 plus 21 divide by 2. 69 plus 21 gives you 90 and divide by 2, which gives you 45. So the average is 45. Now this average we'll consider as base. So now let's find out the deviation. 69 minus 45, which gives you plus 24 as deviation, and 21 minus 45, which gives you minus 24 as deviation. Now first number plus the second deviation, so 69 minus 24, because the deviation is negative, multiply with the base, which is 45, and plus 24 multiply by minus 24, multiply the deviations. So here 69 minus 24, we get 45, multiply by 45 plus 24 multiply by minus 24. Now 45 multiply by 45, we cannot do it directly, so we will do it using secondary base method. So 45 multiply by 45, the base is 40. Now let's find out the deviation. So 45 minus 40 gives you plus 5 as deviation, and 45 minus 40 also here gives you plus 5 as deviation. Now first number plus the second deviation, which is 45 plus 5, multiply the base, which is 40, plus multiply the deviations, which is 5 multiplied by 5. So 45 plus 5 gives you 50, multiply by 40 plus 5 multiplied by 5 gives you 25. 50 multiplied by 40 gives you 2000 plus 25, so it's 2025. So here 45 multiplied by 45, we get 2025. Now here plus minus gives you minus. 24 multiplied by 24 also we cannot do it directly, so here also we'll use secondary base 20 method. So 24 multiplied by 24, so the base is 20, so the deviation will be plus 4 and plus 4. Now same method, 24 plus the second deviation, multiply the base plus multiply the deviation, which is 4 multiplied by 4. So 24 plus 4 gives you 28, multiply by 20 plus 4 multiplied by 4 gives you 16. So here 28 multiplied by 20 gives you 560, plus 16 gives you 576 as the answer. So we get 2025 minus 576. So the final answer is 1449. So let's find out the third question, which is 66 multiplied by 74. So now let's find out the average first. So 66 plus 74 divide by 2. 66 plus 74 gives you 140 divide by 2. So 70 as an average. So 70 we'll consider the base. So now 66 minus 70 gives you minus 4 as deviation, and 74 minus 70, which gives you plus 4 as deviation. Now 66 plus 4 multiply by the base, which is 70, plus multiply the deviations, which will be minus 4 multiply by plus 4. 66 plus 4 gives you 70, and multiply by another 70, plus 4 multiplied by minus 4 gives you minus 16. So 70 multiplied by 70 gives you 4900, and here plus minus is minus, so minus 16. So the final answer is 4884. I hope you understood this method well, and in order to understand my Vedic Maths course properly, please go through all my videos chapter wise, and please give your suggestions in the comment box below. Thanks for watching.